and that electrical nerve impulse is transferred into the central nervous system or carried to the central nervous system that include the spinal cord through the sensory neurons. Right now, the central nervous system or the spinal cord receives the electrical nerve impulse, and the spinal cord analyzes the data. Spinal cord analyzes the data. What was the reaction, or what is the action happen here? So when we touches the hot body, heat is there. Immediately we withdraw the hand. That is the response. As we know that heat is the stimulus. That heat is received by the receptor organ. That is the skin. In the skin or in the receptor organ, that stimulus is converted into electrical nerve impulse. That electrical nerve impulse is passed to the central nervous system through sensory neurons. Right now, the spinal cord in the central nervous system analyze the data received and give a result such that what will be the reaction. Analyze the data and finalize the result such that what will be the response, and that data is transferred into the effector organs including muscles and glands. So right now the effector organs know what will be the reaction, because here in this portion the data is analyzed and finalize the result, and that signal is transferred into the effector organ called the muscles and glands. So here the duty of the effector organ is that to give the response, and the response is that the change in organism. That is here the response is the withdrawal of hand. Withdrawal of hand. So that's all. The thing is that whenever we touches a hot body, heat is the stimulus, and that is received by the receptor organ called the skin. Here the stimulus is converted into electrical nerve impulse, and that electrical nerve impulse is transferred into the central nerve system that is accurately called the spinal cord. Right now in the spinal cord, it will analyze the data and conclude the result, and that data set is given to the receptor organ, the effector organ including the muscles and glands, and right now they know that what will be the response is given to that stimulus, and the response is the withdrawal of hands. This is the process that is happening in stimulus and response. That's all about the stimulus and response. Right now, moving to the human nervous system. Human nervous system is classified into two: CNS and PNS. Central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So human nervous system is classified into two: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Now central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system consists of cranial nerves and spinal nerves. So the central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. The brain is again classified into three: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. And there will be in the human nervous system, there will be 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerves. In a human body, there will be 31 pairs of spinal nerves and 12 pairs of cranial nerves. So the human nervous system is classified into two: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. The brain is again classified into three: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. The hindbrain consists of three regions called cerebellum, medulla and pons. Hindbrain consists of three regions called cerebellum, medulla and pons. Right now, it consists of 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Right now, we want to discuss about all the functions of the parts, all the functions of each and every part in the human nerve system. So, moving to each and every functions, already we say that brain consists of three parts called forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Again, the hindbrain consists of three parts called cerebellum, medulla and pons. Right now, we want to discuss each and every function, such that the forebrain, it is the main thinking part of the brain. And the memory is stored in the forebrain. Memory is stored in the forebrain. That simply means that which stores information, which is the part of the brain which stores information. That's forebrain, that is associated with the memory. So the part of the brain which associated with the memory is called the forebrain, and it controls voluntary actions, and receive sensory impulses from various parts of the body and integrate it. They conclude it. And finally, it is the center associated with the hunger. So it controls voluntary actions. It stores information, that is the part associated with the memory, and the main thinking part of the brain or the body. It receives sensory impulses from various parts of the body and then integrated. It is the part associated with the hunger. And the part of the brain which controls the involuntary actions are called the midbrain. Part of the brain which controls the involuntary actions are called the midbrain. So the hindbrain is again classified into three. That means that the hindbrain consists of three parts: cerebellum, medulla, and pons. Cerebellum, it controls posture and balance and the precision of voluntary actions, not involuntary, it's voluntary actions. Precision of voluntary actions. That means that simply we pick a pen, picking of a pen from a table, So medulla, it controls involuntary actions. Means salivation, again salivation, control involuntary actions such as salivation. Then pons means it's control the voluntary actions and it helps in nerve system helps in the respiration process. So these are the three parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain, it is the main thinking part of